Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today we're finna react to how the Corporation for Public Broadcasting shut down. The rise and fall of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and Services for viewers like you. Thank you. This is by Stage Hands In. We ain't reacted to the brother in a while. Last time we was reacting to the brother, he said he was moving to Texas. Hopefully the transition is going well for him. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Funding for this program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and...
Yeah, it's the same channel, but the room is a bit different. It's a work in progress. Don't ask. But forget all about that for just a moment. It doesn't still hinder the fact that I give you guys content, and this video is something we'll lose in the future. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and you may be thinking, why does that matter? Well, let's start with how it works. So the CPB is not a creator of content at all. That's the job of these guys here. Some might ask, why does PBS need the CPB? Well, here is why. The CPB is a nonprofit that gets federal funds from Congress each year from government budget. Congress approves of the funding for the CPB, which then goes to the nonprofit. CPB then distributes the funds to PBS and NPR stations around the country. Then those funds are directed at shows, public education, local programming, and services. So in layman's terms, I will use SpongeBob.
I order the food, you cook the food, then the customer gets the food. We do that for 40 years and then we die.
We die. SpongeBob will never not be a classic.
Some people ask, well, why was it made? Good question. In 1967, President Lyndon B. Johnson would sign the PBA, or the Public Broadcasting Act of 1967. This act would be in response to the rise in educational programming in channels in the 1950s. However, educational programming was always on life support, while commercial networks were always funded due to the fact that shows with more commercials and commercial time brought in more revenue on both fronts than nonprofit programming.
In other words, this is back when they actually cared about kids and their education, bro. This is back when they actually cared about the children's futures and shit like that. This is back when they actually cared about the children, the kids and all them. This is back when they actually cared about us and us developing the right way and learning things the right way. Now shit all fucked up. They don't even care about the kids no more. They getting rid of everything, bruh. They said fuck Nick Jr., fuck Disney Jr., fuck all that shit. Fuck PBS. Kids can't watch Sesame Street no more. Fuck going on, man. What is this world we living in now? What is this world we living in now, bruh? What is this world we living in now, bruh? This shit is trash.
Come here, big fella. Come here, big fella. Come here, big fella.
They don't care about nothing. They don't care about these kids. They don't care about them developing. They don't care about them getting smart. They don't care about them learning their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, their colors, the problem solving. You gotta go all out yourself as a parent. Which I mean, you should invest into your kid's future. I mean, it's your child, but still though, man, it'd be nice to have some help, you know, in the background, you know. But nah, fuck PBS. Trump said fuck PBS. Viacom and them pretty much saying fuck Nick Jr. Disney saying fuck Disney Jr. Fuck all that shit. All y'all little bastards, go watch CoComelon or something. Fuck out our face. We don't care about y'all. We care about money. Gimme. Money. That's all it's about. Sad world we live in. Sad world we live in.
This will get the Carnegie Institute to garner a study in defense of funding of educational programs in 1965. By April 11, 1967, U.S. Congress would debate on what would be, at the time, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and its role in television. The general concern was how this nonprofit would spend
that Mr. Rogers
be divided between
RP Mr. Rogers, man,
and how
beautiful
it would be
day in the neighborhood, beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Albert Watson and Samuel L. Devine.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all youngest don't know nothing about that.
Democrats and Republicans.
I'm too young for that.
By November 7th of 1967, the bill would unanimously pass through Congress and be signed into law. Thus, the CPB was made.
This is PBS.
Now, the CPB is a thing. What about PBS? Well, here's how that played out. After the Corporation for Public Broadcasting received funding, presidents from different branches of educational networks, such as Fred Friendly, Hartford N. Gunn of WBGH, and John Macy of the CPB, would join together to form PBS. After a battle with not only Newark, New Jersey on the rights to licensing and network administrators, but constant funding cuts from the government, mainly from Richard Nixon and conservative congressmen, wouldn't stop them from airing Watergate. Now, the CPB received the heaviest of controversies. Over the years, the CPB was criticized on balance of educational subject matter, how networks and educational programs had to merge with each other due to budget cuts and network dominance, also how this nonprofit could be used in ways of being in favor of only one party and being influenced by government subsidies. In the 2000, NPR and PBS made a complaint to the CPB being more conservative in programming, leading to the eventual step down of Kenneth Tomlinson as the CPB was investigated under political test. Now there are good things that the CPB has done.
Let's see here. Create PBS and NPR, save NPR from the brink of collapse, create the American Archive of Public Broadcasting, funded most of PBS kids, moved PBS from digital to analog, gave universal access to public television, created service in rural areas, created diverse journalism with Native American and minority backgrounds. Hey. Shout, hey, come on, man. Shout to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, man. That's all y'all get for right now. What done happened? What they done did bad now?
The last few years, even current day, bring us to the eventual slow decline of the CPB. This wouldn't be the first time that the company would have its funding threatened, as U.S. Congress in 2023 would not give CPB any funding after the first fiscal year of 2024, until President Biden changed the corresponding bill to refund the CPB, only this time it was 7% less than requested by Congress. By May 1st, 2025, DJT would end funding to NPR and PBS altogether by the CPB under the Executive 14290. The main reason was that Trump claimed PBS and NPR were biased and violating the PBA Act of 1967, while also considering funding to public news outdated and coercive in today's media market.
Ironic.
By May 27th, all three media companies would sue the Trump administration for violation of free speech clauses. The lawsuits are still pending from both the CPB and the Trump administration. FEMA would get sued by the CPB for halting funds for the Next Generation System grant. Many would say, well, who needs the CPB? It's wasteful and we don't need it. So who cares that it's gone? If only it were that easy. PBS and NPR will still run, but in the long run, viewers like you are gonna hit very different, mainly because funding will have to come from all of us who care enough to keep public broadcasting going. Some might say, well, that's fine, it should be still funded by the people instead of the government. But the problem is, the major networks are commercial based, and companies only value networks, only if they are able to sell and advertise products and garner ad revenue for airtime, versus public broadcasting, which does take company donors, but only so little that it doesn't become an ad-filled space. What else gets affected? People's jobs. From 13 to BGH, many public broadcasting companies have still been laying off staff. With no funding to the local stations, people will now have to look for work elsewhere, while local stations have become skeleton crews keeping the lights on. Shows themselves that are local to the area will have to end seasons or be put on suspension. Well, hold on, there's more to this.
But wait! There's more!
People in rural areas who rely on public radio for local news and weather reports will be shut down as well. And some may say, well, get with the times. We have smartphones and 5G. If you don't live in the suburbs, urban, and metropolitan areas, it would be way easier to say this if 5G towers didn't go down due to weather. Anything else gets affected? Public schools and libraries. Because some money does not get appropriated to local schools and libraries. Without this, educational facilities will fall behind. There are many more reasons to the fall of the CPB. Time will tell how both PBS and NPR will survive all of this. CPB is something we used to say as kids because PBS always displayed it on every intro, albeit none of us knew what the corporation did. Backed by a government that either liked it or hated it, the main goal was to appropriate funds to better serve public television and local communities. With funding being threatened, who knows how this will affect not only public television, but the entire country, because it's the CPB today, but what will be next tomorrow.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I'm definitely going to tap back in with Stage Hands in. I'm definitely going to tap back in with the brother now that he back uploading again. Most definitely, man. But anyways, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next one. Sucks what they doing to PBS. Sucks that PBS is going out, man. And you know what I'm saying? What about the cheering though? What about the cheering, babe? We grew up on PBS. We grew up on PBS, dog. They can't take that away from us, man. We all grew up on that, man. That's how we learned our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, man. That's how we became critical thinking. That's how we had to use the noodle. Remember, we used to call this the noodle. Come on, man. They taking away our shit, man. It's not fair, man. They taking away our shit, man. Just because they want a couple extra dollars in their pocket. Like, man, these niggas got millions upon millions of dollars. They good, man. Fuck out of here. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, deuces.